Hey guys, so today I'm filming a quick little video. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a, well, do you know, I've actually forgotten. Is it like a responding to your assumptions video? Answering your assumptions? You guys know the assumptions video that I'm talking about. Let's just get into the assumptions. Like I said, I want to make this just like a quick kind of nice fun video. Before we get started actually, if you guys would like to, I guess, get involved, like if you guys want me to do a Q&A or like question, or videos that you guys kind of need to send me questions for and that kind of thing, like this assumptions video, then do follow me on Instagram if you have Instagram, because I feel like that's the kind of easiest place that I can kind of like ask you guys for questions. So yeah, do follow me on my Instagram. It's just the same as my name, moeshaaodonkorr, just all together, so that like if I then maybe post a story or something about getting questions, because I feel like doing more interactive videos. I feel like when I first started YouTube, it was a lot more interactive. I used to do more interactive videos, like doing Q&As and that kind of thing, and I kind of missed that. So yeah, follow me on Instagram if you would like for me to do more of those videos, because obviously I need like questions and stuff from you guys to be able to do those videos. So yeah, let's get into the assumptions. Right, so the first assumption is you're really modest and implicit in your sexuality. Is that in your sexuality? And I was like kind of confused about implicit, like the use of implicit with this one. I hope I've not completely just not understood this question. The way I take implicit is like kind of, you don't talk about, it's something that you kind of keep to yourself. I actually am quite open about sexuality with like friends and even my mom. In terms of talking about sex, I'm actually very open, like, which might seem weird because I feel like it's not something that I talk about a lot on my channel, but I'm not one of those people that's kind of like prudish, I guess, talking about sex. I'm actually quite open about sex because, you know, it's part of life, it's natural, like it's just something people do. So I'm not like shy talking about sex, but I do think I'm a modest person, a modest sexual person personally. Like I'm very like monogamous. I've been with the same person, so I've been with Luke since we were both 17, and we're, you know, Luke turns 22 next month. I turned 22 in a few months. We've been together from like that stage of like being teenagers to like moving into young adulthood. So like I would say I'm modest in my sexuality just because I've not been someone who kind of has had one night stands, or like, you know, is very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, very like, obviously some people see sex as just sex, and I'm completely fine with that. I have like a lot of friends and like people that I know that see sex very different to me, whereas for me like sex is very grounded in like emotion. For me, I find it as a very like connecting kind of deep thing. So in that way, I guess I would call myself sexually modest. But like I said, I have been with Luke since I'm 17, and because I also kind of don't see myself doing that anyway, I don't think that if me and Luke were together I would have sex a bit more casually, just because I'm one of those catching feelings people. I just know it, like I've only caught feelings from one person, but I just know it. I'm too like, oh, love, romance, like, you know, like I just don't see myself being someone who could like have sex easily with like different people. So I feel like I am very like sexually modest in that way, but at the same time I'm very like happy to talk about sex. Discussing sex is something that I'm really not that shy about, to be honest. Next assumption, you and Luke will move in together after both of you finish uni. I would love to, honestly, like I just actually would. I've been so obsessed with watching family vlogs recently, like oh my god mate, I'm obsessed. And when you get to a certain stage, you do have that feeling like I would actually just love to move, like obviously I love home and love my family and everything, but like I would actually love to move out with Luke after we both finish university, but it's quite unlikely to happen just because we both live in London. We both like probably want to stay in London. Luke definitely wants to stay in London. I'm like a bit more flexible, like I wouldn't mind not living in London, or maybe just around London. I've had ups and downs with this because there was a point where I was like, I want to live in the countryside in the middle of nowhere, and then I went to uni and York is not even tiny, like, well, it's quite tiny but it's still like a city, and then I was like, oh my god, York is so small, like everything is just no, like, and then I was like really adamant that I wanted to live like right in London, like literally in East London where I live. I didn't want to leave because I felt like everything else was like not as good as London. But like in the last few months, again, I've had a change of mind where I'm like, do you know what, I actually could still live outside of London, maybe not in the middle of nowhere like I used to think, but I wouldn't mind living like on the outskirts of London or something. But yeah, because of where we live, it would literally be so expensive, and I kind of have the attitude of like I don't want to rent, because I just think renting, especially in London, is literally like using up so much money that you could be like paying towards a mortgage or something. A lot of people who do live in London, a lot of students tend to come back and stay at home and then like obviously work. Hopefully I can get a nice like graduate job that pays really well, and then just work, save up money whilst I'm living at home to be able to like buy a house or something. So I would absolutely love to like move in with Luke after uni, I really would, but I just don't think it's like a reality because it would just cost us like too much money. So it probably won't happen for like a couple of years, at least after uni, but soon, one day. You've done all your Christmas shopping already? No. With these assumptions, I feel like everyone thinks I'm a lot more put together. Why do I give off this persona that I'm a lot more put together than I am? Everyone like always thinks this. I'm not put together, I'm a fucking mess. I have not bought all my Christmas presents. I have bought Luke's Christmas presents. Luke is usually difficult to shop for Christmas, but he'd kind of said things that I like took note of, so I already knew what to get him. So he was easy, so I just did that like quite early on actually. And I think I know what I'm gonna get my little sister, but I haven't got it yet. And my mum is the most difficult person to shop for like ever. Like she kind of already has everything and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. She's just, there's not anything that I could get that like I could probably afford that she'd be like amazed by. But basically I have not done all my Christmas shopping. Thank you for thinking I'm put together, but no. This one I found really interesting. You are from a wealthy family. No, absolutely not. I have some family, like kind of more extended family that are quite wealthy, like in Ghana. I find it interesting, like I wonder what gives off that persona, because there was another assumption which I might relate to this one, but yeah, I wonder what gives off that persona because I definitely don't come from a wealthy family, so I'm like quite intrigued as to what seems wealthy about me, I guess. On to the next one actually, because I feel like in a way maybe it could be linked. The assumption that you are a snob. I was actually surprised when you replied to my DM sometime back. I was like, why do I come across as a snob? I know that some people think this about me, basically that I'm a snob, and maybe being a snob is like, I guess, related to like being wealthy. I'm actually like pretty friendly. I don't know, like I just could not be a snob to someone. I was like reading these assumptions to like my mom and my sister, and they were like, it's probably because of the way you talk. And then I got really like paranoid about the way I talk, because I have been told before that like I talk really posh and you know, that kind of thing, and maybe that's what makes me come across like possibly a bit snobby and like wealthy. Yeah, no, I'm really nice, guys. If anyone like DMs me on Instagram, like I always like reply, and I try to be really helpful on YouTube as well. I'm like, oh, I need to give like really genuine replies. I'm not like snobby about like, no, don't talk to me or like that kind of thing at all. Please don't think that about me, guys. I'm really nice. I found that interesting because it wasn't the first time I'd like gotten that sense that someone thinks I'm snobby, but I don't even know why. That's what I just, yeah, I found it interesting. You're adventurous but not super wild. Like you always like to have a plan when you do things and go places. This is spot on. You know me so well. 100%. I am super adventurous. Let me not say super adventurous, but I feel like I am pretty adventurous. Like I really want to go out and see the world. I want to like do a lot of things. Like I like doing a lot of exciting things. I love traveling, as you guys probably know, and I like going to see new places. But like you said, I am not super wild. Like I'm not a complete risk taker, and I won't just do things without like thinking about them. And yeah, I do like to have a plan. If this is like related to traveling, I always do like to have like a bit of an idea of what to do. You get easily irritated. I'm not gonna lie, that is very true. I do get I'm really irritable. I feel like it's just because my brain is like constantly like firing. You love the outside and nature. You are a caring human being. You put everyone before you. You love the outside and nature. I like to think I do, but like always in the back of my head, you know what I'm thinking? I'm like, if I answered yes to this, Luke would be like, what the hell? No, you don't. You don't even like walking. I like the outside and nature when it like suits me. If it's worth it. You know, I'm in a super beautiful country. There's this like natural park, or there's this like beautiful thing. I would love being outside, and do you know what I mean? I love that. But I'm not one of those people who's like, oh my god, I haven't left the house today. I need to leave the house every day, or like, I'm just gonna go for a random walk. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that person. I don't know, I think it is just also like place, isn't it? I just feel like London, like right now it's like grey and dark and it's raining. Like, why am I gonna want to go out? Like, why am I gonna be like, yeah, nature, you know? But if it's like a beautiful place, I want to take in the nature, that's for sure. And also I'm very scared of a lot of insects and like flying. I'm just scared of everything that is a small animal, so that does hinder my desire for being in nature quite a bit. You are a caring human being. I definitely do think I am. I feel like I'm very like emotive as a person. I'm very like emotional, and I kind of feel other people's emotions quite a bit. I'm that person that cries at basically like every film I watch. You put everyone before you. This one's a bit of a difficult one. I would say not really. I think I used to be a bit more of this person, but then I had kind of situation. Oh, the joys of London. I feel like I used to be a bit more of that kind of person, like someone who always puts people before me. But I feel like I've had situations and like friendships and that kind of thing in the past, which made me kind of change that up a bit. This one's from my friend Natalie, actually. You have money because girl, you clearly out here with all these holidays, so like, and it kind of cuts up. I think I remember reading the full thing. It was like, so like what's up or something. I literally don't have that much money. I'm constantly poor. Do you know what it is? It's just I've completely changed my spending habits. Honestly, genuinely, I feel like I was richer when I was younger. I started working when I was like 16. Between 16 to like maybe like 18 when I was working, I literally had more money back then. I would constantly buy clothes, constantly buy new makeup. Honestly, it's so much easier to go on holiday than people think. If you've bought a new pair of shoes, especially trainers, if you're someone who buys trainers and you bought a pair of trainers for like maybe £100, maybe £150, like that could be half a holiday. When I got into like traveling, that's what I started to tell myself. I realized that traveling is something that I love and is really important to me. So if I wanted to be able to travel, I was going to need to save money. You know how shopping is like an activity for someone? Just go and browse the shops and you'll end up spending money. I don't do that anymore. If I'm going shopping, I'm going shopping specifically to look for certain products or certain items of clothing. Yeah, I literally don't have money like that. I'm pretty good at saving. I'm not amazing. I'm probably gonna go in my overdraft. But I just make sure I'm saving a certain amount of money for things that I want to do, i.e. like going on holiday and stuff. You have talked about marriage with your boyfriend. I'm pretty sure I have, yeah. I am definitely someone who wants to get married. I don't know, I like the idea of marriage. Low-key, I just want a wedding. But Luke is definitely like a lot more like, has a more modern attitude towards marriage. He kind of isn't as fussed about it. The kind of like modern idea that, you know, you don't need to be married to be committed to someone, like you should be committed to them anyway. I do actually agree with that. I do think that your commitment shouldn't come from a marriage. You shouldn't be like, oh shit, I'm gonna be stuck in this marriage and therefore that's the only reason why I'm committed. I think you can have a very long, healthy, committed relationship for years and years if you aren't married. But for me personally, I don't know what it is, but something about the idea of marriage is important to me. I can't really explain it. I just like the idea of marriage. And right, the last one, oh my god, this has been so much longer than I wanted. Oh, this one was so nice. I assume you wake up every day, drink some tea and plan your whole day out while Luke sits in the corner and sips his tea, glancing at you every so often. You are so beautiful. I barely started watching your videos and they make me feel nice and fuzzy inside. Heartwarming. I love you too. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. When I read this and like I read the bit like your videos make me feel nice and fuzzy inside, that was literally the biggest compliment. I was just like, oh my god, that is so sweet, because my favorite videos are the ones that kind of feel like that. Like I said, I've been obsessed with watching like vlogs and like just like homely vlogs, and when I watch videos I like to get that like nice like fuzzy warm kind of just relaxed chilled vibe. If my videos make other people feel like that, that's just amazing, like the biggest compliment ever. But unfortunately the assumption, I read this and I was like, why doesn't everyone just think I'm the best version of myself? This is what I aspire to be. I do have days where I can be like that, but most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, like no. I actually goddamn wish. I really wish. To be honest, this is like closer to Luke. Luke's reality is a bit closer to this. Obviously because we don't live together, we're not always, you know, in the same room and he's like glancing over at me and like looking at me lovingly whilst he also sips his tea. But Luke is very good at like just getting up and doing stuff, and he is the person who like will wake up, make a cup of tea, sit at his desk, plan what he needs to do and get shit done. If we have days where we're kind of like working together, then it's a bit there. Let's just say this is possibly us on our very best day. So yeah, that was me responding to some of your assumptions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. I have rambled on for England, but yeah, if you guys would like me to do more of these kinds of videos, let me know. And like I said, follow me on Instagram so that it's just like an easier place to kind of get lots of questions or, you know, that kind of thing. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already to see more videos from me. Click the bell to stay notified every time I post a video. I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!